guys, welcome to My Summer with Streisand. I'm Daniel Nolen, and today we have a very special guest, my gal pal Ben Rimalower. Ben is kind of like the anti-Mame of the New York theater cabaret world. He knows everyone loves him. He is here, we're going to talk about Barbra Streisand, and specifically the Barbra Streisand tour. I had the pleasure of seeing her dress rehearsal in Los Angeles, and then we both saw her show in Brooklyn. We picked up these fantastic t-shirts. I almost lost my life trying to get this shirt. In fact, there was all these crazy Long Island moms and old queens trying to elbow their way forward, and this lady next to me screamed out, "I was here first!" This was after the worker at the table screamed at everyone to stop yelling at her. She was like, I thought Barbra Streisand fans were going to be nicer. And I was like, girl, me too.
Well, I charmed her and I got an extra free plastic Barbra bag.
Did you?
Yes.
And when I went and saw the dress rehearsal, I had amazing seats, like first level, fifth row. And this time it was a nosebleed.
I sat on the floor in the fourth row center.
I know.
And as far as I knew, I could have been like seeing her off Broadway. You know, like, so, and it does take away. I mean, part of the grandeur of these things is to take in. That said, I'll never ever forget sitting that close.
The first act was her, going over her platinum albums, and so she sings a song from each of the albums. She did the deep cuts and kind of some of the more recent stuff at the beginning of the first act, and then the second act she kind of went in and did all the stuff that we really wanted to do.
Yes,
Although
all the opening number.
Oh, The Way We Were.
Save the best for first.
So the opening number was The Way We Were.
A belted Way We Were.
A belted Way We Were. The
Memories.
Which I love in the title how it was the music, the memories, like apostrophe. She left out that O just like she leaves out the A in her name.
Yes. But she says, can it be that it was all so simple then? I don't know about youngsters like yourself. I'm not getting verklempt, I was just going to burp. I think of other times in my life when I listened to that song, which were 20 years ago, or 30 years ago. Anti-Mame.
Exactly. Yeah. After I broke up with my first boyfriend, so gay, I listened to that song over and over, and that was the line. Can it be that it was also simple then? Which was, of course, like 6 months ago when I was 17,
Tell me, would we?
Oh, she looked amazing.
Amazing. When you see her from the side, it is 1974.
It is 1974.
Like, from the side, it's just
it's like a Vogue cover shoe. So something she did was it felt like we were in her living room because she was literally going through her album covers, sharing stories from the process and how the album covers came to be. She went through that and showed The Way We Were cover, which she said, they fixed her nose and they shouldn't have because
Way We Were cover.
Yes, there we go. So as you can see, the nose has been fixed. I don't know if you can see.
I never knew that before. Did you ever know that before?
I did not know it, and I literally wrote a quote. She said, if I wanted a nose job, I'd go to a doctor, not a retoucher.
Like, can you imagine anybody now being like, just send it. Don't tell her.
Don't tell her. Oh, God. She did a Hillary endorsement. Several Hillary endorsements. She loves Hillary, which I feel like she kind of took a while to come out for Hillary this time around.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you believe the stories?
Well, I don't know if we should get into that, but she talked about the People cover, which, as she said, they cut off her feet.
It was a picture she already had. She didn't want to do another photo shoot.
She wanted to do another.
It's exhausting. They were like, you can't have your back to the camera on an album cover.
Right. And
of course, then
she
the album came. And it won the Grammy for Best Album Artwork.
Yes. And
did you even know there was a Grammy for Best Album Artwork?
I did not, especially back then. No tea, no shade.
Why'd you look at me?
I don't
it's
want
from
to call
the
her
60s.
old.
I'm 40. Call her old. You have really big hands.
I do. Really big. They're like E.T.
I feel like a dainty little thing.
They At War With Each Other comes next, and then the song from Higher Ground, Everything Must Change.
Oh, I love that song. Did she sing that?
Yeah, well, when I did the Thursday night ad, she did.
Oh, I don't think she sang it. Mockingbirds to fly. Betty Buckley does a great version of that, and so does Terry White.
Yes. Then she sings Woman in Love from Guilty.
This was the medley.
This was the moment when I saw her on Thursday night, where the conductor didn't start on time. Well, he didn't start when she wanted to. I literally wrote down, "You should start it, please." That's what she said. She was like, "You should start it, please." And then she
said,
Patti
LuPone said, what does it say there? It says vamp. That means you vamp until I'm ready.
Yes. And then she sings Stony End.
It was Stony End, it was Woman in Love, and it was Enough is Enough, all in a medley. And they were sort of like quotation marks. Girls, take it away.
Take it away, girl.
I never.
Yeah. And then when I saw her in LA, this was when she sang Evergreen, and she brought on Kenny Babyface, what's his name?
And Mittens.
Yeah, from the first Partners album. She brought him on to sing it with her. In Brooklyn, she did not. She sings Evergreen by herself.
Love that song.
Yeah.
Memory people, Barbra Streisand.
You Don't Bring Me Flowers. And then I wrote, violinist is so good on this one and he's hot. So
I was paying attention to the music.
beautiful strings.
One of my favorite moments in the whole show, maybe my number 2 favorite moment, number 3, one of my favorite moments in the whole show, after like the first or second song, and she was like, okay, tea. My back is itching a little.
So this is when someone yelled guava jelly. Oh, she talked about Miss Marmelstein and doing I Can Get It For You wholesale. She has the same chair apparently in her Broadway album cover. A chair is still a chair.
Being Alive, I have to say, is everyone's favorite Sondheim song. I have issues with Being Alive. I'm not really sure why, because certainly when Patti LuPone sings
Well, I
it,
certainly
many
have
people sing it.
issues with Being Alive in general, but you know.
But I have to say, bitch, bring
Bitch,
it!
work.
If it wasn't as good as Patti LuPone's Carnegie Hall version in '93, it was almost as good.
It was almost as good. Her version of Being Alive is what all the karaoke places have as well.
I know.
You put it in, and then this Barbra song comes up, and of course it's in a female range, and so you're like, somebody. Oh, it's so low.
We all have different problems.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled that it's that key. I don't want to be like, my husband. I like the key, but I hate the arrangement.
You sing that, and then Children Will Listen, another Sondheim staple.
Which, you know, it just makes me happy because it's become a staple. You know, first of all, poor Bernadette, just like her other signature song, Unexpected Song, she can't hit the high note at the end.
Right.
Children will listen. Just the shade. There's something overwhelming about that orchestra Streisand that you almost like on the album you could almost forget. There's something non-human. Seeing her do it in concert, it was like, yes, this is a Sondheim staple. Barbra is the greatest singer in the world.
Yes.
It was something just like so just right about it.
And then she closed it all, of course, with the big number, Yentl, Papa, Can You Hear Me?
But lest you're worried that it was just Papa, Can You Hear Me? Of course, she added a little bit at the end of Lisa Sky, which is what I need to go to intermission with.
She didn't play the video clip on that one, did she? She did that on Don't Rain My Parade.
It definitely wasn't just her singing. Maybe it was the back. There was somebody hit the high note and it wasn't her.
It was her, but it was 80s Barbra.
Right.
Yeah, so she does the By the Light of This Flickering Candle. No.
May the light of this flickering candle. Don't you want Liza to sing that?
Oh my god.
Illuminate my Papa. I remember everything you taught me.
Of a book I ever read.
Oh,